No? I gave myself a headache doing that. It's okay. We're good. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Have a seat. Move your feet and have a seat. Not really sure how you can. Reverse would be tricky, wouldn't it? Have a seat and move your feet? That'd be weird. Be like, I can't do that. It don't work. It's okay. How's everyone doing? Let's try that again. How's everybody doing? I like it. Well, hey, if you're tired, okay, let's talk about tired for a minute. Let's talk about tired. So, this is my 7th cup of coffee today. Yes, and here's why. I have a 3-week-old. Now, if you know how babies function, then you know that they don't sleep when they're supposed to. Sometimes they sleep when they're not supposed to. And so my little girl, who is 3 weeks old, she's adorable. Everyone say, "Aw." I think we can do better. Let's try that again. Everyone say, "Aw." Okay, so my sweet, beautiful 3-week-old little girl, Britta Brooke, decided to wake up at 10 o'clock last night. Then she decided to, Then she decided to wake up at 10:35. Guess what she did next? At 11, woke up again. At 11:05, guess what? Still awake. At 11:30, guess what? She was chilling. So I was watching Netflix. She woke up again at 2. Time to eat. Woke up again at 5. Time to eat. She is on an eating schedule very similar to Koi's. It's fantastic. And Koi's cool with that. I said, my daughter is on an eating schedule very similar to yours. Every 3 hours. Like clockwork. So, speaking of eating every 3 hours, we're going to play a game. And today's game is called, check this out. Game is called Truth or Poop. Because here's the thing. If you have a 3-week-old, you know that they poop a lot. Fun fact, not all girls' poop smells like roses. My daughter's smells horrible. Like disgusting. Like clear the room. Horrible. And I hope that when she's in this room in like 10 years, she goes back and listens to this and hears me say that her poop smelled horrible and then says, yep. So, here's how the game works. We got some instructions here for us. Everyone's going to stand up. A fact will appear on the screen and you must choose whether it's truth or poop. If you choose the wrong side, you are eliminated. So, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and see the first one. First one looks like this. The time per week spent on the toilet is estimated at 1 hour and 20 minutes. There's probably more to that question, but it's okay. So, if you think that's truth, this side. If you think that's poop, over here. Poop, truth. All right, so either we're gonna have a very fast game or poop. Let's see what happens. It's true. It's true. So you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Because that would eliminate so many of you. Everyone back in the middle. We're gonna try again. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. We're gonna try this again. You can attest it's more than that. I think it could be way more than that. I bet you there was more. So let's go and let's see the next one. Question 2. Boys on average spend more time than girls using the restroom every day. Truth or poop? Truth or poop? Truth, poop. Let's see the answer. It's true. It is true. If you are on the poop side, park it because you are poop out of luck. All right, back in the middle. If you're still in the game, back in the middle. Question number 3. Here we go. On average, an average toilet lasts up to 20 years before it needs to be replaced. Is that truth or poop? Truth or poop? Do you need to change your toilet every 20 years? Truth or poop? The answer is poop. It's actually 50 years. Yeah, I would have guessed 5. Right, it's also a good question. We need to know who's using it. Because if my daughter is using it, that's different than if Jason is using it. I'm not going to tell you who uses the toilet more, but I will tell you that my daughter is still in diapers. All right, question number 4. In America, over 4.7 billion gallons of water is used every day by flushing toilets. Is it poop or truth? Poop or truth? Someone take a risk. Take a risk. Emma's going for it. Aiden's going for it. Just saying. The answer is, it's truth. It's truth. It's poop. So, here we go. All right. The rest of you, back in the middle. Back in the middle. Come on, quick. Speed round. Here we go. Next question. In Singapore, you can be fined $150 for leaving a public toilet unflushed. Is that truth or poop? Truth or poop? Do you get fined $150 for leaving poop in the toilet? Answer is, it is truth. All you on the poop side, park it. All right, here we go. Next one, speed round. The average person goes to the bathroom 5,000 times a year. Is that truth or poop? Caleb, you've been pooped out like 10 times. Okay, you're saying that's poop? Poop or truth? The answer is poop. All y'all sit down. Okay, you two come in the middle. Possibly. You are so sugared up, it's not even funny. All right, do we have one more? On average, 7 million phones are dropped in toilets every year. Is that truth or poop? Oh, good. This will decide the cosmic question, boys or girls. All right, the answer. Truth. That's a lot of toilets with phones. Hey, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I got some friends who can do this thing called sing and play music. Coy, Isabel, and Emma. I'm going to invite them up, and here's what they're going to do. They are going to lead us in celebrating who God is, what God has done, and because of who God is, and because of what God has done, we can believe with confidence that he will continue to do it. So whether you have a tight relationship with Jesus or you're just trying to figure it out, the words that we are about to sing are true for all of us. So here's what I need you to do. Up on your feet. Get up. Get up. Okay, now, here's the thing. I noticed most of you have not had the amount of coffee that I have. So we need to get ourselves warmed up here. Let's go ahead and turn that back monitor on, and I need you guys 5 jumping jacks. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to play a quick game. It's called Justin Says. You know why it's called Justin Says? Because my name is Justin. Here's how it goes. I'm going to say something. If I say Justin Says, you got to do it. If I don't say Justin Says, you don't do it. Here we go. Justin Says, stand up. Wait, you already are. Okay, Justin Says, touch your toes. Stand up. Justin did not say stand up. Therefore, Caleb, sit down. Wait, that's not right. Stay standing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Touch your nose. Ears, nose, knees. Okay, speed round. Justin does not need to say, you just do what I say. Ready? Touch your nose. Touch your toes. Nose, toes, elbows, shoulders, waist, forehead, nose. I know, I said we're going to eliminate that because it's the speed round. It's not what? It is very sanitary because you're touching yourself. So that's a thing. All right, we're going to do some singing. So I'm getting out of here.
I searched the world, it couldn't fill me. It's empty praise, treasures that fade are never enough. Then you came along, put me back together. Every desire is now satisfied, giving you love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. God of the mountains, God of the valley, there is place, your mercy and grace won't find me again. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. Lord, there's nothing, nothing is better than you. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can.
Come on. Woo! Lord, thank you so much for this time together. Thank you for just how much fun we can have celebrating who you are and what you are capable of. Because, Lord, you are the one who can, and you mean everything to us. And I just hope that each person in this room, and I pray that each person in this room will dig deeper into that connection to you this morning. And I just pray for each student that they would learn to love you deeper and learn something new about you. Amen. All right, guys, you can go ahead and take a seat, and we'll have a couple questions on the screen if you go ahead and get in your groups.
What's up, guys and girls? What's up? Good morning. You guys are like pumped up this morning. I'm loving it. Let me hear it. Okay. Well, hey, hold on. What was that? Well, hey, we're starting this brand new series by the way, and my name's Logan, if you don't know me. We're starting this brand new series, and it's called This or That. So here, you know what? You guys, I'm loving like how pumped up you guys are. Let's try this. Can we get like this side of the room? When I point at y'all say this. And then this side, like when I point at you, you say that. Can we try that? I feel like I want to try this. This might be good. We'll start. We'll cut right here. Oh, that's good. Let's do that. Okay. So look, all right, so this or that. So let's practice. Okay. I want to hear the loudest groups. Here we go. Okay. They're just like, or. No, like. All right, here. Let's try this. Everyone, tune in real quick. Let's try this. Little quick game called This or That. I'm going to name two things. You raise your hand of what you like the best, okay? Books and movies. Raise your hand if you like books. More than movies. Okay. We get some readers in the house. Okay. Now, who likes movies better? Okay. All right. I see you guys. Here, let's try this. Who likes Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts? Who likes toaster strudels? Oh, we got a few. I think Pop-Tarts kind of took that one. Let's see. Pizza or ice cream? Who likes pizza? You like both? It's this or that, though. You got to pick one or the other. Both? Who likes ice cream? Okay. Raise your hand for chocolate. Okay. Vanilla? Okay. Let's see. I got one last one for you. Is everyone ready? Raise your hand if you love cats. Okay. Raise your hand if you like dogs. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. I think dogs took that one. Wow. You guys like dogs. But you see, everyone tone it back in with me real quick. Tone it back in. You see that we can compare things super easily, right? Like we can compare things all the time. We talk about this or that, or like we compare ourselves even to others sometimes. And when we look at comparison, it's when we measure something about ourselves against something of someone else. So it's when we're measuring a part of ourselves, maybe what we like to do, what we wear, when we're measuring something about us to something else. That's what comparison's about, and that's what we're going to be talking about as we're diving into this or that series. And so I want to just give you a few things that can happen, a few feelings that you may feel when we compare ourselves to others. And the first one is this: comparison can lead to disappointment. Like it can lead to disappointment. It can leave you being like, man, I really want those shoes that guy has, but I don't have them. It can make us feel disappointed. Comparison can make us feel frustrated. It can make you mad. You can be like, man, I want those shoes that guy has. Man, I want that. It can make you frustrated. It can make you angry. Comparison can also make you feel hopeless. It can just make you feel like you're never going to be like the person you want to be. Your role model, and you compare yourself to them, and you feel like you're just stuck because you're not going to be as good as they are. Or maybe it can even cause us to think that we're better than others. Comparison can cause us to think that we're better than others. But no matter what it looks like, I want to hammer down on this real quick. It's this quote, and it says, comparison can make us feel that our this will never measure up to their that. Comparison can make us feel like our this, what we have, will never measure up to their that. And so I want to kind of start this discussion around comparison, what that looks like in your life. And so I got some leaders, and they're really good at hanging out and just talking. So why don't we turn around to our groups and just start this discussion of what it looks like or what comparison may look like in your life. So we'll give you a few minutes and turn on to your groups. Back in a few minutes. And we're back. What's up, guys? Tune it back in. Tune it back. Tune it back. What is up? So, guys, a little recap. Comparison, right? Hopefully you talked a little bit about comparison in your group. But regardless of how comparison makes us feel about ourselves or others, regardless of that, it's just a cycle. It's a cycle that just keeps going, and you're just trying to get things that you're never going to reach. But the good news for us today, the great news is this, that God doesn't compare us to others. Let me say that again. God doesn't compare us to others. And so we're going to see what the Bible says about this. There's actually this guy named Paul. Everyone say, "What up, Paul?" Dude, Paul was this awesome guy. He wrote these letters. And a lot of it is now what we call the New Testament. But he would write letters to these churches. In particular, he was writing to this Corinth church. And he says that when we compare ourselves to other, we're using the wrong measurement. We're looking at the wrong place. Like, that's not the way we should hold ourselves. And so this is what Paul says in 2 Corinthians 10:12. He says, "Oh, don't worry. We wouldn't dare say that we are as wonderful as these other men who tell you how important they are. But they are only comparing themselves with each other, using themselves as the standard of measurement. How ignorant." Paul's calling these people ignorant for comparing themselves to others. You see, Paul went on to say that it's not about how we measure up in comparison to others, but how God sees us. The way that God looks at us, what God says about us. And so Paul goes on and he says this in 2 Corinthians 10:18, a little bit farther down. He says, "When people commend or compliment or praise themselves, it doesn't count for much. The important thing is for the Lord to commend them." You see, God sees you. And God doesn't compare you to the people around you. God doesn't compare you to people you look up to or anybody. God just sees you, and he loves you. And so straight up, we can see that the way Jesus treated people is the way that God looks at us, with love. He doesn't compare us to our neighbors. He doesn't compare us to the people around us, but he sees us, and he says, "I love you. I love you enough to die on a cross for you. You're enough. You don't have to be like that other person. You don't have to be anyone else than who I've called you to be." And so, like I said, Jesus looked at you and he said, "You're enough. Enough to die on a cross for." Why? Why would he do that? Because he doesn't compare us to others. He doesn't compare us to the people around us. You see, I believe God looks at you as if you're the only person in the universe. You know, I think he just looks at you and he just says, "You're enough." And you don't have to be what everyone says you have to be. You don't have to be like that, like your friend. You don't have to wear the same shoes as them. You can be who you were put on this earth to be. God does not compare you to others. And so you may be sitting here in this room just like, "Logan, that's cool. Like, I get God doesn't compare me to others. But like, what if I compare myself to others? What if I can't stop that? Like, what if I just can't help it? Like, I have to compare myself to others. Like, I want to be like them." Well, I think it starts with this verse, Proverbs 4:23. It says this, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." I think it starts with our hearts. And so if you're sitting in here and like, "Man, like, I keep comparing myself to others," it starts with your heart. And so I just want to give you a few practical ways this week that we can guard our heart. And the first one is this: pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. Write this down if you got anything, phone or notepad. It's pretty good. I'm going to say it again. Pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to how comparing yourself to others makes you feel. Like, how does it make you feel that you want to be like the person around you, or you want to be like LeBron James? You know, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel mad? Does it make you feel frustrated? Identify those feelings. Pay attention to your feelings. The second one is this: find out what's fueling it. Find out what's fueling it. Are you watching a TV show and you're like, man, like I want to be like that guy. That guy's cool. Are you hanging out with friends that are buying a bunch of cool stuff and you're like, man, like I want that. Like I want a PS4. Like I want the new 2K. I want Madden. You know, what's fueling it? Identify that. And the third one is this: celebrate what you do have. Celebrate what you do have. Because I believe, whether you know it or not, that God has placed some incredible talent, some incredible gifts inside of you. Sometimes you just got to realize that they're there. And so, celebrate what you do have. Celebrate what you have that God put in you specifically and no one else on this planet. Guys, God doesn't compare you to others. If you leave with nothing else today, I want you to remember that God doesn't compare you to others. God doesn't what? God doesn't what? God don't what? Okay. Well, hey guys, we're going to go back to our groups here in a minute. But let's just really dive into that. Like, let's just really lean into that. Like, what that truly looks like in your life. Because, I mean, I know for me specifically, like, writing this message this week, oh man, I'm like, oh my goodness, I compare myself all the time. I didn't even realize I was doing it. But yeah, it's when we look and see that. Yeah, I mean, man, like, I like try and fix my hair every day just so I can like look good for others. But let me tell you something. One thing I decided to do this week when I was writing this, I'm like, man, I'm going to do this. I'm just not going to brush my hair anymore. I mean, like, did anyone even notice it looked different? And so, amen, brother. So take, maybe even think about it and take a practical step like that this week, you know? So turn with your groups and then let's dive in and talk about this. Let's just keep it going. And we'll be back up here for some announcements in a little bit. All right. Go.